Alright, let's begin. I'm gonna continue from last time with some more Moon. And I've done a lot more thorough digging of what is this game? What's the concept behind it? And I learned some interesting things, of which I will probably share very minimal until the very end, whenever that is. But yeah, I got another checklist of things to do that would take me a million years to figure out on my own. So let us begin by heading down to the American house. An amount of things have to be done down there. So once again, just going out of the gate, just starting this game up and doing some missions. I don't really have a preamble. This actually I can do, yeah. This is a spirit I totally was gonna do last time, but I forgot about it. So there's a bird here. Yeah, there's like a... I think it's corpses over here. Yeah, there it is. Shadowbird. Shadowfax, the mightiest horse in all of Middle-earth. I paused there before I said Middle-earth. I almost said Tamriel for some reason. This is not Elder Scrolls. You can only see this precious bird at noontime, rotating in circles while waiting for prey. What is this? An announcement from the Hager Institute? The Hager Innovation Institute is accepting applications for members. Rich heart, rich wallet, enrich your life. Oh, there's that S-cube thing. I guess it's a cube here. It's almost a barrel when it flies through the sky. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to sit underneath this thing. It's gone. Yeah, there it is, there it is. Okay, that was right. I was like, wait. Catch. Take it away, Octo! Rescuing Shadowbird. Goodbye, Shadowfax. Love. Alright, that was a little sub-note. That was something I completely forgot to do last time. But, yeah, I know how to get into Hager's place. Hagrid! I know how to get into Hagrid's hut. So... I need to go to the American house and do a few things there. Not just getting the ability to go to Hager's, but there's a couple other events there as well. If I can find my way through here, this place is a bit of a maze. There it is. Also, let me check something real quick. What music do I have? Okay, I don't have what I would need. I would need a piece of music, apparently, for that one dude in that house that, Oh, right on time! Yo, catch! That was extremely convenient. But I need a piece of music for the dude who lives in that tofu house, the windmill down the valley. Love. if I wanted to get love from him. I can still talk to him, I can still do stuff with him, but I don't get any love. I don't get any love around these parts for all my efforts. Instead, I just get to stare at Paragon's weird skin spiky face. And we actually showed up here everything today has so far been fantastic, convenient timing. What's going on?
Eliminated
Hey buddy.
I
I think my parents are going to give me some kind of present. Oh, okay, this is actually something I was expecting to do after this. Okay, it's happening now. Yes, yes, Darlia, your mama worked hard to make it for you. Why are you having a birthday party in, like, the middle of the night? I mean, I guess it's probably, like, 6 in the afternoon. It's fine. If we're going, like, if we're looking at the time meters like a conventional clock. We'll put it back in your room, Darlia dear. Oh, I need to look. This is actually something I need to look. I just wrote this down, and I need to see, like, okay, this has a timing thing to it where if I fuck up, I am kind of screwed. So let me look at this before the dialogue continues. Okay. Yeah, okay, I get it. Alright, yeah, so if I screw this up, we're gonna have to spend a lot of money on, well, we're not gonna have to spend a lot of money, we're gonna have to spend a lot of time, I think, on something else.
Criminal code.
I'm so excited. Okay, so the parents are giving the little girl Paragon?
Criminal code.
What happened to Paragon?
It also says really
Why, nice to meet you, sir.
says eliminated.
This buddy here is Paragon. He's my boyfriend. Isn't he dashing? Oh, that's a weird choice of dialogue there, Onion Games.
It also says really says
Do you want to pet him, mister? He's pleasantly prickly. Okay. Mister, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, some weird man is messing with Paragon. Shake, cower in fear. Yeah, so the hero has shown up, and he's here to kill Paragon, like in the fake moon. Where's that thing? There was something... Okay, I'm gonna do the next part, because there's nothing there for me to interact with. Youch. No, I have to interact. Oh, good lord, I might have to restart the day entirely if I screw this up. Okay, what is this? A finished stuffed animal. Wear it like a costume. Okay. I need to touch the fireplace. I need to become Fire Paragon. Here we go. Idea. Did you see that arm grab? That like yes thing that he did? That was good. Paragon? I'm so glad you're safe. What a relief. Ah.
And allows
So, Stipply and Stubbly. I don't like this. Got a lot of love from that, but yeah, it's fucking weird. Thank you so much. Our little Paragon lives thanks to you. You've got some guts, buddy. That's pretty hot. Darling, you should thank him too. Darling? Hero. That's Yusha in Japanese. Yusha fire attack. Yusha men. Yusha men. My darling's tired. Please forgive his rudeness. I have no idea what to make of his dialogue there. Okay. Anyway, let's do what I came in here to do. I guess I need to wait for her to leave, because I need to open your fridge, miss. You got some food in there I want. I'm gonna take the lasagna and eat it. But yeah, so that sequence that just played out, I didn't expect that to happen so quickly. I guess I initiated it last time because I needed to initiate it. That's what I was going to do after I opened the fridge. But yeah, so in Fake Moon, in the beginning of the game, you come here, you fight the Paragon. It splits into two, and one of it catches on fire. Well, it catches on fire, and it splits into two or something or whatever. Almost time for bedtime. Bye. Oh, she's kicking me out. Miss? Miss, I need to get in your fridge. This is the Federal Refrigerator Checking Services. We need to examine it and make sure you have nothing illegal in there. Stop putting Coke in the mayonnaise. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, so, yeah, in the Fake Moon at the beginning of the game, you fight Paragon, it catches on fire, it splits in two, does all these things. That is what actually happens. What just happened there was, we put on the suit, we caught on fire, he had the idea to kill the one that was on fire, and the other one ran away. So, yeah, the real one lived, it's up there. This may be like the first monster that we've actually saved in the act so far of getting killed. But, yeah. The lights on the front area turned off. I don't know if I'm able to enter from anywhere else on the property. Weird, like, yeah, I can walk behind the house, but there's nothing back here. Clicking and there's nothing happening. Okay, there's no purpose to going behind the house, it seems. Yeah, they won't let me, she won't let me go into the fridge. I need to get into the fridge, miss. It's very important. Otherwise, I'd have to spend a ton of money. Well, we'll come back later, I guess. Ooh, there's something I can do at dawn over here, actually. Hopefully, if I can make it in time. There it is. There it is. It's up behind the house. It's the tofu ghost. No! It just vanished as soon as I got over here. Ah, man. I was this close. It's another one. It's the sleep scenario from the first part, where I'm at the bed and I still die. I'm right there and I fail to catch the ghost. Okay, whatever. Is there anything I could do with this thing? What is this? Snow Buddy. Oh, it's the deity thing. I think I can. Propello malus larum. Prerere me, begone evil spirits. Is that Latin? Oh. Catch! Okay, got some more Yanam. Yeah, so let's go talk to this guy then. Oi! Huh? Who are you? Forgive my rudeness. Sorry, Charlie. 3 colorful ghouls have interlooped hither lately, enough to bake an old man's blood. All strike me as suspicious lately, particularly little punks. Manners now. Enter this home, butt down, feet up. Please do me one kindness. Knock not on this door. This old man's intolerance is such Westernism. You see, it's these Americanisms that are ruining our local places. The old lady down the street, she can't find a chemist because now it's Lloyd's Pharmacy. Thank you, Lemmy. You make good comedy. Well met. Enter, friend. You needn't hesitate. It's no biggie. Once more, the wind is blown. When the windmill on the roof turns, this pillar turns. Eventually, one grows accustomed to the racket. Long years pass, and eventually one feels nothing. It hasn't shaken my slumber in years, not even a teensy bit. A long, solitary life makes one lonely. One aches for any conversational companion, but not those Westerners next door. No, I find them impossible to jive with. I detest the Western customs, words especially. See, it's the Americanisms. We want fries instead of chips. Yet their voices reverberate through these walls. Even I pick words up and I'm as Japanese as apple pie. Do you enjoy Westernism? I love it. I hate it. Well, as an American, it'd be traitorous to say I hate it, so I'm gonna say love it. Say what? You foreigner-loving. You hear my confessions of disdain, then proclaim appreciation. I've got one foot in the grave, yet you simply spite disagreed. Sorry, Charlie. Age invites excitability. As I was saying, a trio of colorful ghouls haunt this place. I'm like pitching up my shitty Skeletor voice for this guy, and it's a little annoying to do. Their incessant voices particularly disrupt the calm of my bath. Maybe I should just go full Skeletor with this guy. I'm debating something. This voice is hard for me to do. So, like, pitching up Skeletor's voice even higher in a weird way is kind of, hurting my voice a bit. And also I'm removing the bass from it, too. I'm removing the bass from Skeletor's voice, as weird as that is. They keep blathering on about fridges and dressers. Of late, I have strong notions they may be casing the joint. This old man's not so senile. No, I'll keep doing the voice I was doing. Not so senile. He can be robbed. I'm making more breathy. I'm trying to dissect how I'm actually doing this on the fly as well. Don't you think? I don't. I'm just pissing this man off. He starts yelling, too. Apparently, you never come back into this room again afterwards, so I'm just doing this just to fuck with him. What? You'd flatter such a death's doorward man. Your mannerisms betray your heart. An old man sees through you. You see it, you know it. Go ahead, call this Gramps what he looks like. Whew. Please, you needn't anger every old man. You call old men fools. Every old man lived young once. Young and wild. Every old man was wild once. I don't like the implications of that. Speaking of which, there was one time when... Thank you, turnstile and windmill for making so much noise I can't hear whatever weird shit this man did as a youth. Thank you. Would the youth of today not answer my query, my first-class punk? You've pushed an old man over the edge. Oh, shit. I asked you never to show your face here again, wherever your face is. Keep away! Yep, that was an encounter. That's all we do with him, really. Apparently you can do something with him with some other quest, but I probably won't do that. He gives virtually no love anyway. He's a detestable old man. Hey buddy, thanks for your help the other day. You're the second coolest guy after Paragon. Okay. I don't like your obsession with this monster, miss. It's awkward and weird. Can I open the fridge yet? I need to get some milk. I want a soda. Give me a soda. Oh, please. It's on the TV. Can I watch TV? Can I sit down? Can I look at the clock? Can I cook? Can I use the stove? Can I sit down? Can't do shit in this house. I wonder why the lawnmower has eyeballs. It looks like something from Brave Little Toaster. Trying to think. What else can I do then? Because the majority of the stuff that I can do, I have to get to Hager to do next. That's like the next plot thing that I actually have to do to start unlocking more things to do in the game, is I have to get into Hager's lab. And, yeah. How much money do I have? Can I buy that bargain item from Curio? Absolutely not. I have very little money. Okay. How do I get money again? I can... Here's the thing, is that it's like, you can sell things to get money. Where do I sell things? I remember Curio bringing that up, I think, at the beginning of the game or something, and I never figured out how to sell things? Curious. Very curious. Anyway, I need to stick around. I'm gonna try doing the refrigerator thing. It's almost night. I like how she says it's not nice to open the fridge. Like, why is it not nice? Because she goes in her room. Does the mom just stay out here? The whole night? I don't know if there's a specific day I need to do this on. Wait, you're moving. You're moving. Ah. Got it. What is this? An S mark on a black badge. Oh! How did she hear me? She heard me open the fridge from another room? So you saw it. To be honest, I don't like cleaning or laundry. I thought Dr. Hager would make me a maid robot. Make me a maid robot. Like, make you into that is two potential contexts from the way that this is said. That you wanted to make yourself a made robot or make you a made robot, like a custom built robot for you to own to do your work. What? Okay. So I donated a lot of money. I was like, I don't know if like she wanted to become a robot or if she wanted to own a robot. So I donated a lot of money. However, I need a Dr. Hager gold badge for him to make the robot. Now, no more money. You blew all your life savings on a badge to see Hager, and you can't even see him. I didn't want my family to find out what I did, so I hid this badge. You can keep the badge, if you also keep the secret. Okay, I'll take your financial burden from you. It'll be better used with me, because I need it. You're carrying too many items. I thought I had 2 pollen buns. Did I not? Ratty shoe. I don't need this. That is garbage. Alright. That was a pivotal item that I needed. So, now we can continue the game and make good progress. That is everything from here on out. Now we're the train leaving the station. We got stuff to do. Okay. See you later, sleepless man with your unblinking eye. I still love how they gave him so many frames of animation for some reason. It looks weird. I mean, he himself is weird because he's like a Picasso painting turned sideways kind of character, but just the fact he has so many frames for his plie, I don't get it. And he's in an old-timey swimwear suit. And he vaguely reminds me of Mario. Okay, that is Hager's place up there. Hager. Tomato, tomato. And by the time I get to where I need to get to, it should be morning. We're going all the way back to the past, to play some shitty games that suck ass. This is not a shitty game. I'm actually enjoying this game a ton so far. I'm having to be handheld a little bit because of the obtuseness of it. For the millionth time, I'm gonna try to stop bringing that up. This is not a pick up and play game. This is a sit down and learn game. And, but overall, I feel, I'm saying this ahead of time. I've already kind of thought about my feelings of this game for the ending, whenever that is. Oh, there's Tao. But I think this game is going to, like, I'm enjoying what I'm doing here in the game, and I'm enjoying the core concepts and the art. The music's been, the sound design's been great. The characters are wonderful and memorable. And I feel like this game, while it's not like a Ghost of Tsushima, or for me personally, like a Shenmue 3 kind of thing where I'm enjoying it, like, ridiculously. This, I think, is going to be a Concrete Genie scenario where I think it's great, and I like it while I'm playing it, but it's gonna be more of a resonant game. It's gonna be something that I think about for a few years. It's just that midline, like, quality game that I think about for a long time. It's gonna be one of those. Because Concrete Genie last year I thought was good, and then it ended up just kind of staying with me for... well, even up until now I still think about the fucking game, so... like, that game was rather... At times it could be frustrating, but what it was good. And it stuck with me for some reason. I feel like this game is going to be like that, where it just sticks with me. Okay. Hey, Freddy. This dude spends all... Is his little guard thing his microphone? It looks like a microphone. What about, yeah, his is like a little halberd thing. His is supposed to be... I think his is a microphone. It looks like a microphone. Interesting. If true, then funny. If true, that is very funny how they did that. Alright, where's the king? He out here? Yes, he is. Oh, and this thing from last time that I spent like a half hour on, the shambles thing with the king, that will be something I think I can do today as well. Because I hadn't initiated a plot event to progress to this point, actually. I was ahead of the game. I was a bit too early on that. Noj. Please don't break my toy. Oh, isn't she Turner's grandmother? Didn't Turner die in an accident? The minister said so. Dialogue like that actually features into... I talked last time about, like, the three main core concepts that I get and understand of this game, like the principles, being time, love, and reality. And that dialogue that this guy just gave right there actually features into the reality aspect of the game's concepts. I'll probably talk about it a bit more at the end, but I'm starting to understand this game a bit better overall. Okay, I need to show this guy the badge. Oh ho, is that a Haggar badge? It's a different color than the one I have. Aw, I'm jealous. I'm really jealous. Would you perhaps like to trade? Of course. My thankings. You got Haggar's gold badge. Okay, I think there's something else I can do here, even. Actually, there is... I have to talk to Yoshida. I have to talk to Yoshida first. Yoshida, don't run. Hey, I got one of those too. The king's business cards, yeah? What a wild custom this country has, huh? Toi? Looks like yours has something written on the back. What the heck, huh? Writing on back of card. Secret plan. Come to my chambers at nightfall. I must tell you something in private. The minister must absolutely not know. King. Alright. So yeah, we gotta go to his chambers at night. Night. I think it's the store. Because the Chancellor's the other side. There he is. He's drawing with his crayons again. Oh, no, no, yeah, these pictures. Wait, what was that middle one? My World Reformation Plans, 100 Bird Fly, Operation Fly Us to the Moon. Big Fireworks Display Project. He is deeply absorbed in the act of painting. Do I have to do anything with him? Oh, I remember now. I didn't even need to give too much thought to that. Because to talk to this dude, he loves having the card used. You're here. I wanted to keep this talk away from the minister's earshot. If this talk shot his ears, he'd declare it a waste of money and shut it down. Forsooth, I want to ask you for a large favor. Will you hear me out? Will you help me with my World Reformation plans? I call this one Operation Fly Us to the Moon. Fly me to the moon and let me sing among the stars. I forget the lyrics for it. I've never seen Evangelion. I think the minister's plan is no good. So me and Dr. Hager have been developing a lunar surface research vessel. Until recently, one day I lost contact with him. I wonder, what is up with that? What's up with that? If you desire to assist me, you can deliver this letter to Dr. Hager himself. Dr. Hager's laboratory is in the tropical fields. You can spot him easily. He's the fellow who looks like he ate an entire encyclopedia. What? You got the king's letter. What does this guy look like? Does he look like Jimmy Neutron? You're carrying too many items. Again, let me get rid of some of this bait. Well, what's this? Shambles junk. I actually think I need to keep that, maybe? I don't know. Too much crap. Let's get rid of the trash firework. I don't need that. Alright. So I wanted to get that before I went to Hager because I need to give this to Hager. Makes sense. And yeah, right now, pretty much at this point, to my understanding of the game's structure, because you can 100% this, and I know how you can 100% this game and such, but I'm not going to do that because it's a little convoluted. And honestly would probably add on an extra like 10 hours to this game. But I am going to beat the game. I'm going to beat the game. When was the last time I even actually 100% a game? Was it Ghost of Tsushima? Because I did everything in Ghost of Tsushima, and that took over a solid year. I don't know. If and I didn't actually complete like 100% Ghost of Tsushima, I got pretty damn close to it. The DLC... DLC is a different matter. Alright, so let's head home and sleep. And finally head to Hager. He said he looks like he ate an encyclopedia. I don't know what this guy looks like. Maybe it's the drawing on the dude's table? That dude with the massive, like, head? That head was also in that one dream sequence, the nightmare sequence that happened like 2 parts ago or something. Like, I remember seeing that guy, that head, that profile, the side profile, but it was like there's another, like, baby person controlling the inside of that head or something? I don't know what the deal is with that. I remember seeing that flash up on the screen during the nightmare sequence and scaring the shit out of me. Let's see what love you've gathered today. Mama's love. You saved Paragon's life. That is love. This is love. And the love from the souls of the animals. Shadowbird.
Snow Buddy. Gentle Mister. Congratulations. Your love has deepened further. You've reached love level 21. Mature love. For your next level, you need 6 more love. Love still dots this world. Please seek out the scattered love. Collect a lot of it, please.
Alright, Mr. Universe. Mr. Universe. That sounds like a wrestler. Alright, so Hager's this way. I like how I have done virtually nothing for the Mushroom Forest or the desert so far. And yet, to my understanding, I'm still getting pretty... Like, I'm like in the last 3/4 of the game, to my understanding. Beginning scan. Scan complete. Hacker badge verified. Access granted. Okay, thank you for not shooting me with a laser bolt. Okay, this is a new environment. What are these umbrella things? We established the Hager Invention Foundation in the 3rd year of Cloud. Since then, we've spared no expense in our tireless pursuit of innovation. What does the other one say? Can I talk to it? Yeah, I can. Just kind of finicky. Come on. There. Kind of had to get it at an angle. Good morning, full members. This is Hager Innovation Institute HQ. It's time for a morning tour. Your innovation innovates the world. Rich Hart, Rich Wallet, welcome to the Hager Innovation Institute. Ah, yes, the upper crust of a fantasy world. Your donations are saving the world. We hope you'll keep on believing with us. Yes, believe. It looks like a church. Oh no, it is! Ah, funny. Can I speak to this guy? Rich Hard, Rich Wallet, enrich your life. Hager Innovation Institute. Premium members only, only beyond this point. Oh yes, give to the group. Pass the money box around. Welcome, premium member. What is it doing? Okay. Where the fuck am I? It was a little bit, there was just a, that's the first instance of lag I've noticed in the whole game. Was just walking down there. There was like 2 seconds of it. A chip? The monkeys. Images of mysterious creatures are etched into the stone. However, a little more that can be deduced. I mean, it seems like they put the monkey brain in the robot. That's what I'm getting from that. Got laboratory chip. Carrying too many items again. All these baits are gonna ruin my inventory. I'm just tossing the baits at this point. I spent money on that stuff, man. Steinhager's Geheimdokumente. I can't read German. Above top secret Hager file. Whoa, 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 whoa. A lot of stuff. Okay. Bookshelf. Zero Space Theory. Geology of Moonworld. Experiment Plant Observation Log. Steinhager. Year of groundwater. Seventh month, Echo Day. Sorry, that's called Wi-Fi Day in my book. The experiment plant is complete. We've installed a TR0. Year of Big River. 10th Monday, I keep saying Monday. 10th month, Day 3, Crescent Day. It's called Moon Day. This man doesn't know how to say the days of the week. So much for being smart. We've installed a TRGO-15. We will observe its operating cycles in the plant. Waterfall Basin Year. 4th month, Coins Day. Coins Day? What is Coins Day? Installed an L1. Attempted experiments to bring about changes in the plant. Experiments failed. Let's see what, Zero Space Theory. We're gonna rock out this one and blow your minds. Space isn't real. By Cocker Hager. Who are these people? Are they all... Is it the same guy going by different pseudonyms, or is it previous Haggers? I don't get it. Or is it just other Haggers? How many Haggers are there? If we consider the value of Pummel space to be 0, we can adapt this theory to account for imaginary numbers. We hope to define 0 as neither nothingness nor infinity. Deep. They're trying to make 0 something. If we perform a cross-section of this world, we see it is divided into 2 strata. A firm, bowl-shaped rock formation cradles the softer upper crust. I'm done with the books. The books are madness. Barreloid Mark 1. Date of manufacture, year of the river, 10th month, Echo Day. Decryption device. Date of manufacture, year of the rain cloud, month 13th, solar day. Sunday. Whoa, what did that... Okay, I thought I died. Where am I? I don't like this. Okay. I was just screwing around in that lab and I got sent somewhere. Okay. What is this thing? Philip. Oh no, Philip is dead. Loves the sound of a telephone. Nocturnal member of the sacrifice animals. Okay. There's a robot. There's a robot. There's a catch thing. Oh, it's Philip. Well, I caught him, I guess. It said he was nocturnal. I kind of thought maybe he's somewhere, but I didn't know if he'd be here or not. That was good. That was convenient. Okay, then there's a robot here. Technopolis. Welcome, Technopolis. That's what the bottom text says is welcome. My job is charging batteries. May I assist you? You charge crystals? No, thank you. What's your name? I am Roby. I like that generic robot, startup-y electronic sound, that ba-da-da-da. I've heard that in so many things, although it was kind of distorted here. Rocket, Club Techno, to Residence. Here's an interesting sound design choice that I'm noticing. Like, you hear the pitter-patter of, your character's shoes. But then there's also, like, a higher pitch frequency one that happens a couple seconds later. Well, like a millisecond later. I think that's supposed to represent the echoing of the room. That is a very good sound design choice. It's the small things that impress me, okay? What the heck are you? I saw those... what are all these people? You're no human, I can tell. Hi, I'm Lady Techno. I have room numbers for this, actually. Because, yes, there are also random room numbers you kind of just need to know to get around, just like that firework that needed random numbers to make the firework.
Technopolis.
Okay, so this is a room. I don't know whose room this is, but I know that something happens in here with those suit dudes.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Robo Mayor. I get lonely at night. However, I can't get up because I need to recharge. I'd rather not, but only on moon, tier, and reverse peace sign nights.
Is that the coin day? Is that what that thing... is that what Hager said, like, what the that day is? Is that supposed to be coin day? Doesn't make any sense. I go out to the club. I'm sure you're wild at the club. And he talks like bootleg... God, I'm forgetting his name. What's his name? Oh no, I'm forgetting his name. Whatever. So, if it's daytime, is there anything else I can do? Because I have to be here when day turns to night, is when I have to be in this room. I can go to 3. No. Oh. 2.
Technopolis.
I like how they made that little... these two graphics just for a transition. Music time. I like how she's leaving the room because she hates the music. You don't like good music, miss!
This is what you play in the club. Get dancing. Yeah. Play it.
I like how the lyrics are boys, boys. Is a guy saying doorstop? I don't know. Like, it's not... this is actually not that bad of a song. It's just, I don't understand what the lyrics are. Then again, you can't understand any of the language in this game, really. They all speak in gibberish. See, even the main character is kind of dancing along with his feet. Tip-tapping along to the beat and the rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the night.
Or is it a Reebok? Or a Nike? Got him. That's enough of that music. It got really intense once it hit nighttime for some reason. Can I leave? Can I leave this room? I'm stuck. Alright. 369. There he is. Gotta catch him. Catch! Beck. You mean like Beck, the real musician? I enjoy Beck's music. Alright, where can I go? I actually don't know how to get back to, the original floor. I just realized that. I don't have a number for that. Oh boy. Let's just go down to 0, maybe? Maybe that'll take us back. It's taken us somewhere. Oh, yes, okay, thank you. Can I read any of these? No? You know what's funny is I still haven't seen Hager yet. I'm here in Technopolis. And I wonder if Hager's back at his lab or if he's here in this city. I don't know. I'm gonna go in the club. There is a big old ghost here. Catch. Keith. Is this the way to the club? It is, and my god, is it swinging. Okay, I think I've seen enough. I saw two of the lady there for a second. I don't know if that was a glitch or intentional. Oh, there goes the mayor. Yeah, I don't think Hager's here. I don't think he is. Unless he's in that rocket bay. There's a rocket room of some type. What's in here? There's another one of these guys. What do these guys say? It's under construction. Oh, his voice is probably one of the creepiest in this game so far. It's very breathy. It's like, hey. Mess around with the computer? Nah. I'll be a good boy for now. I don't know if it'll screw up future events. Let's just leave. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do at the moment. There's stuff I can do tomorrow. I guess I could just wait around then. Did these panels say anything? No? Let me try talking to Roby, Robot with a card. I guess he doesn't care. And yeah, the grandma picture actually counts as one of these cards, I guess. King's letter for Hager, pollen dumpling. Oh, right, I got a pollen dumpling from one of them and the pollen bun. Okay, that's where I was like, didn't I have 2 pollen items? All these weird guys in suits. The weird guys in suits aspect of this area does give me Earthbound vibes. Actually, this whole Technopolis itself just gives me Earthbound vibes. Just kind of the weird, what's going on here. There's some shady characters. Tonally, it's very different than the rest of the fantasy adventure we've had so far. Ba-dum bum bum, ba-dum bum bum, ba-dum bum bum, ba-dum bum bum, bum ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum bum bum. Although, Pokey's not in this game, so, he can't have his little weird dictatorship. Okay, where can I go? 8, 9, 5. I don't know how you would ever figure some of this stuff out normally. Like, you just keep putting in numbers until you get an answer? It's like, oh. Are you playing the snake, good sir? Looks like you're strumming the snake. That sounds like a euphemism, actually. Rescuing Jimmy. Actually, I should go back to that room. Whoa, what was that? We're called the Remen, Drone Group A. Oh, no, I didn't want to go south. What is shooting them with lasers? We'll go back to Hager's lab in a bit. What's the deal with these guys? Oh, it's Roby is shooting them with lasers. What? Yeah, you can see the laser, like, form and then shoot at them. See? And it doesn't do anything to them. We're definitely not spies. They're Group B? Blackmail. Data collection. Cryptocurrency. Daily we battle loan payments. Daily we battle work. I don't like these guys. They're weird. They're doing shady business.
business in quotation marks.
Oh, there's another group of them. Group C.
My hobbies are nothing. My yearly salary is 10,000 yen.
Okay, we're gonna go to that room now and get away from these guys, because we're gonna have to meet them in a room. And yeah. 871. We need to meet these guys before it becomes, well, when day turns to night. And I need to talk to every single person in that room. Bonzo, an expert impersonator of humans, member of the Sacrifice Animals. Okay, the mayor left. What did he drop on his desk? I can't pick it up. So I need to talk to everybody when they're all in there, when they're all in here, apparently. Once again, another convoluted idea that I would have never figured out on my own. Slander, victim, Riemann drones, perpetrators, Lady Techno. Sexual harassment, victim, Lady Techno, perpetrator, Riemann drones. Sexual harassment, Lady Techno, perpetrator, Riemann drones. Are these all transfer of staff, Riemann drone from group B to C? Oh. There's some weird shit going on here in Technopolis. I don't like it. This place is shady, creepy, and weird. And shit's going on. I don't like these guys. Okay, there's a second group. I need a third group. Wait, where did they go? I need to... Do I have to talk to them as they come in? I thought it was supposed to be when it turns to night. Let's keep waiting. Let's see what happens. There's another group that came in. Okay, yeah, they're all crowded. I've heard this is kind of difficult. It is now night. I'm stuck on the corpse. Where's the last one? There's the mayor again. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Yeah, they bail. We've got one too many. Crawfish? Ah, heck. Darn metamorphosis spell wore off. Oh, it's him. Catch. Okay, yeah, weird. Rescuing Bonzo. Yeah, that mission went way different than what I had written down, but okay. That's fine. So just talk to the last group that shows up and you'll get the ghost. Okay, yeah. The notes I had were very different in that you had to talk to every single person who arrived in the room at the same time before they run off and leave. So that seems kind of impossible with how quickly those two other groups bail. I don't know what to say about that one, but I got the spirit. That's what I wanted. That's fine. So I think we're done here in Technopolis for the time being. I think we're good. I have to come back. I have to be back in Technopolis in 2 days. Oh, okay. I messed that up. Yeah, so this was a different one than the one I was thinking of. there's another one. There's another room I have to be in and talk to all those guys and do it before they leave. Yeah, that was entirely... This is an entirely different mission. I have to be in room 119 to do this, not this room. This room was specifically for getting that spirit. So they come into this room for some reason. And they do it in the late afternoon. There's nothing else I can really do aside go back to Hagar and do something on Wi-Fi day for the time being. So I think I'm just going to go back to Hagar. I can do this one whenever. So I think I'm just going to go back to Hagar's lab at this point. And see what the deal is with this guy. We still haven't met him yet, and we've already been to Technopolis. Albeit I arrived here on accident by touching one of the things in his lab. Remember, kids, if you ever go to a secret laboratory, don't just touch things. I think that was a premise in... I think that was like the main premise for Dexter's lab for Dee Dee. She just goes into his lab and touches stuff and breaks things. Don't do that. Don't do that. Unless you want to end up like him, getting electrocuted. And, de-atomized. Okay. So that's not a door. Isn't this the door I came in the first place? Where is his lab? Okay, let's go back through here. We're back in the church. Oh my god, the umbrella robots act like bats. I don't know whether to be impressed or scared about that. That's weird. So, this is his lab? Or is it something else? No, this is... Beginning scan. Oh, great, we gotta do this again. Okay, so this has to be the way to his lab? I'm gonna do some looking around then. Gonna go off to the side here? Not really. I can only enter the building. Can we pray to Jeebus we find Hagar? I guess that's supposed to be his lab down there? Oh, did you... There were completely missing frames there. That wasn't capture, that wasn't anything. That was the game. Yeah, there's some kind of weird, funky frame rate things going on. I noticed, like, one in Technopolis as well. But, okay. Yeah, it's like his secret files. This leads to Technopolis. What is this? Decryption device. I think I already looked at that. Where is this guy? I don't get it. Is this supposed to be a door? Doesn't look like one, and it doesn't work like one. Where is this guy? Authentically, where is he? Can't go south. I was thinking maybe this is like a door here, but I can't interact with it. It's not like something that'll take you down. Trying to think. There's still that post. There's still that megaphone post that's out in the tropical area, maybe? Maybe this only leads to Technopolis. That's the only other thing I can think of. Didn't it show up like around here or something? No, and then this will take us towards the American family. Whoa, whoa, who are you? I'm looking for kitty bugs. We use kitty bugs as bait around here. Kitty bugs eat moonlight. Their numbers have considerably decreased lately. Okay. I think he's from the fishing spot. Which should be over here as well. I'm gonna need to do a lot of fishing. I may as well do some now, actually. Because I don't know what to do with Hager. I can't find him. And I think I've been in his lab, but I don't know if that's exactly his lab or not. I thought it'd be something bigger. But at the same time, he's not there, so I don't know where he is. Oh, lovely time for it to turn night. What'd I get? An empty can. Another empty can. A boot. Oh, I got the spirit. Catch. I didn't even intentionally do that. That just worked out. That's the first seeing Octo come out from the background. Rescuing Shellwell. Shellwell. Oh, he's going on the water. That's a big one. Save the whales. Okay. I think that purified the pond or whatever. There's not really any sludgy stuff in there now.
Moon fragment.
That's the second one of those I think I've gotten. Can I catch actual things now that the water's been purified? Oh, that's a nice effect back there, the water drop. Yo! I got one of those chips again. Yeah, I can actually catch stuff now. That's fantastic. Oh, whatever this one is fighting like a monster. Crap, I lost it. It's taking it. When I pull up. Got a stonefish. You need bait. Okay, so I ran out of bait. I caught a fish. That dude's sleeping bag is a fish. Okay, I've purified the pond. The pond is important. We'll see how important soon enough. What was that, chip I got? Story of a Fallen Boy. Oh, it's just unknown. It has question marks all over it. Okay, so we're gonna go home and sleep and head back to Technopolis and try to find Hager. Like, I don't get why it's difficult to find him, even though I've gotten to his lab. Bonzo, Eric, Beck, Jimmy, Keith, Philip, Shell Whale. That's a lot of love. You've reached love level 23, love graduate. You'll need 6 more love. Okay. So we're gonna head back to Technopolis, and there's actually something I can do right now, and even if it goes into the next day, it doesn't matter either. This can only be done on Wi-Fi day or Sunday. Okay. We're back in his lab and he's still not here. Oh, no, I can actually, every time I've done this, I've pressed B, and it just skips through all of them. I can flip through them manually with the joystick. Yeah, this is the image from the dream that I remember seeing, and it matches up with the weird drawing the king made with his crayons, but this is far more disturbing. That's another person inside, like a head? Like some type of robot, maybe? I don't know. There's Roby. And this is the mayor. SMP AI processor wiring diagram. So the mayor is literally a robot, but there's a brain, some sort of giant brain in him. Roby's entirely a robot, it seems. LCP experimental processor chart. Sky ceiling probe diagram. Record of correspondence with the Bellaroid. I'm trying to read whatever that word is up on the top. ROS. ROS. Weather Visualization Simulation Research. So the rainbow... That's the rainbow satellite dish thing that we turned on before. So that's from this dude. Some sort of weather simulation thing. Block number 3. I don't know what that means. Okay. Alright, so let's head to Technopolis and see what happens. Can I go in any of these other ones? No. It's just the one. Alright, so we're gonna go to room... 113. And there's Roby. He's, doing some charging? Charging battery. Open the door in Roby's chest? Yes. Okay, so we got a mini-game, I guess? Chip defense system. Begin release lock. Oh god, it's Simon Says. Okay. I don't like how fast the sound's going. Okay, here we go. It's gonna blow up. No, I didn't mean to click the... Okay, yeah, the controls for this are finicky because it's like I'm moving and it doesn't move to the right one. Okay, let's try again. I didn't say anything the past couple times because I was trying to get through it, but... Like, yeah, I'll move to, like, the left and it doesn't go left. It's weird. Let me try using the D-pad instead. Yeah, I'm moving up and it's not going up. I have to just keep hitting buttons until it gets to the right one. It doesn't seem like this is timed, I don't think. Yeah, I'm going down and it doesn't go down. Okay, here we go. And I did it. All locks opened. You got Roby's Electro Brain. I got a love for that. Is he gonna be alright? I took his CPU, I think. at. Okay. That was a necessary thing to do to beat the game as well, as weird as it is. Alright, so we took Roby's brain. I still don't know where the heck to find Hager, though. Can I go off to the sides here? No? What's the... I can't look at these screens, annoyingly enough. And in here it's just this dude. Maybe this is supposed to be Hager's lab? Let's just wait in here until morning. I've yet to see this room in the day. So maybe he shows up? I have no idea. So, I'm just gonna lay out what needs to be done now as I stretch to beat the game. So we're in the end game, kind of, to a degree. Oddly enough, I haven't had to go to the desert, and I haven't had to go to the mushroom forest yet. But at this point, I just have to give the letter to Hager. He'll begin the rocket project, and then I have to start giving him stuff to make the rocket. And we already have 3 of the 5 things needed, which is the monkey liquor, the firework that we did earlier, and Roby's brain. We have those 3 items. I also need to get him a game station, the bootleg PlayStation that the kid plays in the beginning. We had both of the next 2 items we actually had to fish out of that pond. And one of them is the game station. And the other, for some reason, is a refrigerator. And I don't know why. But those 2 items are necessary to give to Hager, to build the rocket, to win the game, basically. And I'm already apparently at the minimum level of love to win the game, which is 23. So I kind of am already in the end game. If you save all the animals, this is spoilery stuff, I guess. So click ahead by like a minute if you don't want to hear any of it. But if you save all the animals, all the spirits, and, you know, bring all the animals back to life and such, if you do that, which is not necessary, then you get this little, like, you get some love for it, and you also get, not even a whole lot of love, just a little bit of love, but you get, like, this little music song with seeing the animals dance and such in it and such, so I don't really care about that a whole lot. And yeah, I'm really just stuck. How do I get... Is my... I'm flying blind right now in the sense that... Is this Hager's lab? If it's not, where the hell is it? Let me talk to these things. Maybe they know? Premium members only beyond this point. So, this is what... Legally away your generous donation. No. Yeah, so this, I think, is for the gold... Because you get the black badge, which is what you use to get into Hager's base, his lab. And then the gold badge is specifically to get into Technopolis. And I don't know what the deal is here, because you can buy your way into Technopolis. You have to pay like 1,000 Yanam or something for it. I know you have to pay 1,000 Yanam to get the black badge if you don't want to do the refrigerator thing. Good morning, full members. This is Hager Innovation Institute. Full members. So I don't think this is... I think this is only to get into Technopolis. Let me look... Let me go back to my house and look at the world map, actually. I think that's strictly for just getting into Technopolis. I don't think Hager's there. It wouldn't make sense. There's nowhere for him to be, aside from in that lab, which he never shows up at. What's that sign? Maybe he's in one of the other two areas I haven't explored yet. I mean, yeah, look at the map. There's still some areas I haven't been to yet, so... I'm curious. Yeah, Technopolis is all the way up there. Big floating city. Dr. Hager's lab. So that is his lab, what? It is his lab. There. But he's never there. Oh boy. Well, regardless, I'm gonna take a look around some of the new areas that I haven't really been in yet, and just see what's going on in those places. Because at Hager's lab, there's also supposed to be the last one of these things, the plants, for me to get pollen from. There's no pollen plant there, so I don't know what the deal is with that. So, we're gonna go check out... Oh, Burns here. Do it, man. Come on. You can pull it. Pull the tasty lick. I'll watch one more time. Yo, he pulled it! He did it! He did it right at the last one. I was gonna bail on him. That was amazing. Oh yeah, this guy. We're not gonna go see him again. And oh yeah, I forgot about this. Bama sutonte kunte. Okay. Little action figure people? What's going on? There's a dead spirit here. Wavio. Friend of water fleas, bobbingly rises to the surface from the depths each morning seeking light. Okay. Excuse me, I was told there was supposed to be a forest here, not existential weirdness. I got a mushroom. Do I have to trip out on balls to see the woods? Eat it. Yep. You have to get high on mushrooms to see the forest, eh? Why did I expect... Why am I not surprised with this game that this is what you have to do? Oh, there's another path back this way. Yo, where's the question mark that just appeared? There it is. Rock Boy. Rock Boy has the heart of a rock.
Rock Lee. Mike Guy.
Okay, catch this thing that just scared the ever-loving rocks out of me. I guess the spirits look a lot better when you're high.
Love.
Okay, get the money. Is that a coelacanth? Tototeruri. The Kakunte tribe have a song whose lyrics include the phrase Tototeruri has flown to us. Historians believe that Tototeruri have flown them sometime in the ancient past. Flyfish. Where's the mushroom for this one? Where's the mushroom for this one? Is there not another mushroom? Is it a bait and switch? Oh, it's here. Okay, I have to go back. Yeah. I don't know, man. Moon's a weird game about Freddie Mercury, drugs, New Age religions, and Grandma's cookies. It's a weird game, man. I don't know if I should recommend this to my friends. They might be weirded out by it. It's a little intense. It's a little intense of a game for the average gamer. What the hell is this mushroom? Is it here? Is it another bait and switch? Is it putting it on the platform previously? Where is this thing? I feel like this is... I get the sensation of panic and fear from this because I feel like it's timed, but it's probably not. It's giving me... I don't know. I think it's the music. This music is making me panic. It's the tempo. The tempo is making me panic. Do I need to go back? You gotta find the mushrooms. You gotta find all the mushrooms. I don't know where the mushroom... I don't know where the next mushroom is. Okay, it's not on that one. There it is. Got it. Oh, that one was a little tricky to find. Okay, there's none on this. None on that. Just keep going. Oh god, the little characters are all over the place here now. What are these things anyway? Are they like mannequins? Are they action figures? I don't get it. Are they just little people? Like, what are these little mannequin things? There's the hero. And here's the last one of these. This is supposed to be in front of Hager's lab, from what I remember of the notes. Regardless, that's the last one of those I needed. Cycloliphin. Cycloliphin. Loves high places, has wings that allow it to glide, though cannot fly for long periods of time. Okay. Oh, there they are. Are they just watching me? Pampoo loves to soar about carefreely, observing others, however hates being observed. Is this Luigi's Mansion? Oh, I was gonna say, I hear the hero's theme of him, the... Okay, so he's... Hey, someone, come over here. Hmm? Down here, I'm confined in a jail cell down the stairs. I think Hager's in here. If not, it's some other character. Stompkins, noisy, stampy roundling, annoyed downstairs neighbors in previous apartment. This has to be where Hager is. Okay, yeah, he looks like a termite. Hey. Nah, I'm not gonna give him a deep voice. Should I give him Skeletor? It would work, maybe. Hey! You right there! Get me out of here! Who are you? I don't know, man. You look kind of cozy in that cage. You can live on there for all eternity for all I care. I am Stein Hager. And you are who? I'm Turner. I love how obstinate I can be. It's just like, you look fine in there. I don't want to tell you what's going on. Yes,
Hello. Now is no time for introducing. Get me out, so I can take over Snake Mountain. A white ghost caught me and thrust me into here. So let me out. I'm not sure I should. Tanner, I count on you. Here's your dead friend. Rock loves the smell of freshly dug up earth and has the eccentric habit of secretly sniffing it at night. Weird. He likes the moist dirt. The ghost is on the second floor. Okay. You mean the one up there? Oh, they're doorways. I didn't even know that these were doors. Okay. Is that a Mario hat? It almost looks like a Super Mario hat. Gaijiro. Pure of heart, pure of body. According to legend, only one is pure of heart and pure of body. One who is can touch Gaijiro. Okay. Emergency! Anti-theft alarm activated. Can I just leave? Oh, he took a shit. How? He doesn't have a body. Do I have to listen to this the whole time now? Oh. Shut up, everyone, shut up. Stop this noise. Okay, so that's the ghost. What are these things? I don't get it. What are these things? They look like music notes, but... They look like music notes, but if Ursula from The Little Mermaid turned music notes into those weird things that she turned, like, the king and everybody else into in that film. Do I have to congeal them all into, like, a solid mass? No, don't go off to the side. Oh, look at this guy. 2 O'Clocky was a train conductor long ago, still a train enthusiast, goes bonkers when its train is about to depart. What are you doing in a mansion, dude? No, when you get close to one of the doors, it just sucks you in. What are these things supposed to do? I'm trying to get them to congeal together into a mass, but they don't do that. And then they run away. What even are they? I can't catch anything. Stop this noise. Yeah, I'd love to too. This alarm's getting kind of annoying. What is there? Make it stop! Make the noise stop! The music kicking in doesn't help. Okay, what's your deal? I don't exactly get it, yeah. Because, like, these things don't do anything. How do I catch what? How do I interact with the ghost here? Because the clock doesn't do anything. The ghost doesn't do anything. This painting doesn't do anything. I can't do anything with this thing. The only thing I can interact with is this thing here. And they don't, like, I keep thinking they're gonna congeal into a form or something if I get them all together, and they don't do that. It's night again already. I spent the whole day trying to corral these things. Why? Why isn't it doing anything? I don't get it. I'm gonna go talk to Haggard. I'm gonna go talk to Haggard and see if he knows anything. Hey! You must have touched my precious WM2 walking robot. Oh, I forgot I gave him a voice. Only I know how to turn off the anti-theft alarm. Catch the ghost, then make him release me. What a racket. You can open the jail door with the switch inside your cell. Just stop that sound. You scared the tone souls out of the clock, too. I'm busy helping the souls of the animals killed by the hero. Uh-huh. Ew, he's got like stitches on the back of his brain head. Really? Crafty ghost hiding the switch in a place like this? I can't reach it. Yeah, I'm finally free! Yeah. I hope you don't expect a payment, by the way. Obviously, I operated the door-opening mechanism by myself. Now I must return to my lab. Good day. Okay. Thanks, man. Go turn the robot off, please. Okay. I must return to my research. Good day. Okay. Jeez, man. Okay, what? Okay, I do have to push them into the clock somehow. I'm just glad that alarm is off. This is just reminding me of the goat corralling in the beginning of Twilight Princess. I was never a fan of that minigame at the start of the game. Like, it's fine, it's easy, it's just kind of annoying. This is just kind of annoying. Getting these little things into the clock here, because they're very touchy. Two more, and we're done with these stupid little things. One more. There we go. Whew. And now, after all that, we can take a shit in peace. I have a feeling I just need to walk around a lot up here for this other one to show up. Because his description is entirely bothered neighbors by being loud upstairs. Maybe not. Oh, this hallway got a lot bigger. Or, I'm getting a lot smaller. Okay, neat. That was a neat trick. Oh, what is going on here? Well met. Here we stand upon the threshold between two worlds. People come here on their way to the land of the dead. Regular people cannot come here. You seem to be okay, though. Probably because your body is invisible. Anyway, did you see that big painting hanging at the top of the stairs? I know. That painting encapsulates the happy memories of my time alive. Back then, I feasted on many tasty treats and generally enjoyed myself. Some part of my memory is incomplete. Therefore, this world clings to me. So what I'm saying is, complete my memories. I know you can do it. Sure. I leave it to you. Not sure if I will or not, but okay. So I think these... Are these monsters, like, embodiments of his previous life, or what? I don't know. I'm leaving this place. We got Hagar out. I can continue what I set out to do. We'll come back here, maybe. We'll see. I think I've had enough fun in the haunted house with its noise, noise, noise. It's a little early to be quoting Grinch, but man, that is like the best phrase to say for that. Oh, there's the ghost for this thing up here. How do I get it? His wings are allowed to fly, they cannot for long periods of time. Okay. Oh. I think I just have to wait for it then?
gonna move somewhere. It's moving somewhere. Come on, elephant thing. With the one eyeball and the flappy ears. Come on. And it's night. Is it gonna move? Or is it asleep for the night? I think it's asleep for the night. Okay, I don't have to do some weird mushroom, thing anymore. Okay, I guess this just stays like it is for the rest forever? Hopefully? That'd be great. Alright, so let's head to Hager's lab and give him that letter finally. That I got ages ago. And I'm gonna have to wrap it up here soon, actually. I've been doing this for over 2 hours and I got something to do today. So once we give Hager the letter and begin the rocket quest, like formally begin it, then I think I'm good for now. Can I get past this? Once again, we've made a lot of progress today. And, saw some weird things, tripped out on mushrooms, and listened to Burn pull another sick rip, and found Technopolis. Oh yeah, and saved Paragon. I forgot about that. Gonna sleep real quick.
Lecz w sercu je zrywają bez sen. Stanisława R2.
Robbie's stainless steely love.
Idź po polu. Lecz w
That
sercu-
is love.
Dziękuję bardzo. Idź po
The
polu.
love from the animals. Rock Boy.
Pod tytułem Dobrowolskim Wolskie Stanisława. Być może gdzie indziej Wolskie Stanisław.
I also haven't checked the mail. I'll do that when I come back after I'm done with Hager. And I need to give the plant the pollen as well. That apparently opens up some sort of teleportation system, like a fast travel system in the game, between wherever the other plants are. So that could possibly be mildly useful. I don't see it being too overly useful, but it's a thing. Let me in!
There he is on his big frog walker. Let me be clear up front. I do not acknowledge that you saved me. The end. Now stop the interrupting of my research. Let's give him... Where's the note? What? A letter from the king? Hand it over at once. Hager, my dear friend. The boy you see before you wants to help with the Fly Us to the Moon project. As you know, we still lack a pilot. How about this boy? He could pilot the probe vessel. Pretty nice idea, right? Do your best for the world, for the people, from the king. For the world? For the people? Gah, such hypocritical lines creep me out. Hypocrites everywhere. Makes me want to scream. Nyah! I screamed. No matter how kindly the king says so, I do not recognize you as the pilot. You are a student, an apprentice, a rookie. If you truly want to pilot this rocket, you must help us finish building it. Beastman has been incompetent lately, and Merman quit. I need some help. I will explain the details now. You will listen. This is Hager Space Rocket 7, designed with Barreloid technology to actually theoretical hypothesis to actualize. With this, I will transcend the ceiling of the world. This vessel will fly us to the moon. We still require the following materials. You will find them. For our navigation system, an old 32R1 circuit. Materials to develop a cooling system. Okay, that's where the refrigerator comes into play. For the rocket propulsion, materials to develop an MCM engine. 100 liters of HR 103% strength alcohol. Materials to develop a power console. Did you get all that? If you got all that, go get it all. Now go! Go get me my materials. Okay. I have some of them, good sir. Because I am proactive. Do you do things with these? Oh, decryption device. Can I give these things... I vaguely know what the chips do. They give you... This is something interesting because these were not translatable, really, or they just weren't translated in the document I have that I've been using to help me and such. So these slates, this whole time, the little microchips, actually give world lore of Moon. That's their entire purpose. They're just lore tablets, basically. Let's give Tao's slate to this thing. And see what happens. Decryption successful. This ancient slab, called a Rum-Rom on Moonworld, seems to be describing a magic circle for summoning something. However, a little more can be learnt from it. Okay, so it's some sort of summoning circle? From Tao's tablet? Octopus slate. This is the one Octo dropped a while back. Decryption successful. This ancient slab called a Rum-Rom on Moonworld seems to be describing a hidden place. However, a little more can be learned from it. I think it's a fishing spot. Maybe it's just describing the fishing spot that we've been at before? This is the one that we have no idea what it is. Cannot decrypt. It's a windmill house? So that's the windmill house the old man lives in. Up top, is it depicting a lower section of it with people in it? Okay, that's possibly mildly concerning. This is the one about the boy. Cannot decrypt. Oh, that's... yeah, that's the boy falling from the TV set into Moon World and then the rocket going to the moon. Yeah, that chip in and of itself just shows real Moon in and of itself as a story. Do I have any more? Laboratory slate. Decryption successful. This ancient slab called a hidden place. However, a little more... Okay, I think it... yeah, so this one's just hinting that you need the CPU from Roby and the wine from the monkeys. Okay, so that's just a hint thing. Okay, so yeah, so they just... These little slabs give you a little bit of some hints, and they give you a little bit of some general lore about Moon. Nothing like... in depth, like some sort of text document of the lore of this universe or anything like that. It seems like it's just some basic hints and tips and such, which is fine. Can I give him some of the stuff I have already, then? I'm gonna give him the wine first. The liqueur. Signal liqueur, you say? You mucus-dripping see-through rube. Any other nonsense could bring me what would be better than this. Oh, no, wait a moment. You've done it. You've really done it. I mean that as a compliment. I forgot I gave him a voice. Whatever. I mean, you've done it. You have done a good thing. This is a usable item. Well done, you dope. Okay. Rocket completion, whatever percent. Oh, I like this music. That was very energetic, very cheery. An old 32R1 circuit. Yes, yes, you will give it to me at once. Rocket completion? My voice is starting to give out. Skeletor, what are you doing to me? I'm stealing your voice! To use in my voice diamond. It captures and steals voices of fools. Heikichi's firework, you say? You mucus-dripping see-through rube! Any other nonsense you could bring me would do better than this! Oh, no, wait a moment. You've done it! You've really done it! I mean that as a compliment. It's the same dialogue. What about this arrow? I still have this arrow. I haven't used it for anything yet. What happens if I give him that? Hmm. White feathered arrow, you say? Goodbye. Okay, no. I think we're done here for now. What time is it? Yeah, it's too late in the night to do that, other Technopolis thing with the dudes in the room. I think I'm good for today, then. I think I'm good. So, yeah, finally met Hager. It took a while to find out where the heck he was. He was stuck in a haunted mansion. I like how I did most of Technopolis before I even met it. Anyway, let's go back to the house, give the plant the pollen, and go to bed and call it a day. We'll continue next time. We're gonna have to do a lot of fishing next time. A lot of fishing. Alright, give the plant the stuff. What have you there? You came to sniff my pollen. Thank you, young man. Now my roots can finally reach out and touch his. Creepy. Creepy plant. What have you there? Okay, it's the same... Yep, it's the same dialogue. Okay, I got love from that. Well, hello again. You want me to eat you up again, don't you? Nope, I'm good. I think that's a... Yeah, that's a teleportation function. Well, it's a fast travel function, basically. Mail! You got one letter. Take it out. Okay, it's the same letter as before, so... And yeah, I think that's it for today. My voice is starting to die, and we made a lot of progress. I'm still trying to comprehend all of it. But this is fun. This is really fun. And very interesting. And I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Can you show me? Get some Phil Collins in there.
Będę mówić nad Wisłą, polskie Stanisława, być może gdzie indziej polskiego Stanisława.
Oh, before I end, because I was thinking, like, there's one last thing I want to say before I end. What was it? Last time we saw in one of the dream sequences, the background picture was like a circus tent underwater or something. I did some looking up of that, and apparently there was supposed to be a circus area in this game that was cut in development. So that is probably like an asset that's left over, like an image asset that's left over from when that was supposed to be in the game. So that's a little weird trivia thing, I guess. There was supposed to be a circus area in the game, and they cut it. So, yeah, that's what that was about. I was like, I haven't really seen any clowns or anything in this game yet. Why is there a circus tent? Most of the other images were are kind of vague, and some of them are locations in the game, but, yeah. In any case, thank you for watching, and we shall continue Moon next time. I guess the full name is Moon RPG Remix Adventure. Moon Remix RPG Adventure. That's the full title. But to me, it's just Moon. Anyway, see you next time, and have a good night.